So today I want to talk about when grief hits differently. And I've been sharing on grief for the last couple of lives I've done. And um, I don't know, I just felt the need to talk about it. And so I've been dealing with some stuff of my own. And I was trying to uncover and find out where the grief was coming from, what it looked like for me. And so what I realized as I was digging was a lot of the grief is um, grieving your life as it was, even if it was something that you wanted to change, even if it was something like I'm going to use myself for example, even though I was so burned out with my career, I was so burned out and I struggled so hard for probably the last 13 years. And so when I was able to release it and I let it go, I felt, okay, that this is good. I'm great. This is good. It's good. It's wonderful. I don't have to do that. Blah, blah, blah. I'm still okay. All of that. But then I realized that even though I was in complete burnout, I was almost at the shutdown period, I still grieved what was, and the thing that got me about it is that it was never anything that I wanted to do. Like I didn't grow up saying I wanted to be a nurse. Never ever in my life. My mother was, many of my family members are, and they can have it, and I'm good, great for them. But that was not ever what I wanted to do. So imagine thinking of feeling this grief and not recognizing that that is where it came from. Just grieving that past, the part of you that you shifted and that you changed and that maybe you had to do it. A lot of things happened for me where I just kept getting sick, job after job after job. I would just get sick and I did not think or realize, and I wasn't that in tune and connected to my body, where I recognized that it was all energetic. It was all because I needed to make that shift. However, there was still some grief around that. And I felt it this week. And I guess that's why I've been speaking on this because I know that if I'm feeling it, the energies, especially in the atmosphere, I know that other people are feeling it, you know? And so, and it's actually the funny thing is I was speaking with a young lady about this very same thing about 2 days ago. We had this conversation, and that was one of the things that she expressed. We both were talking about how, you don't even feel like, you grieve this thing because, you're so ready for that change. Because she, in her case, she was, ready to retire because she just was done. She was like, her job sucked ass and, she was ready to go. But then she realized that she went through this period of mourning, and didn't even realize why and what it was. And so I'm speaking to that today. If you are, at a place where you're making a shift, especially, I would say probably major life changes. Like you're moving from one place to another. And for me, I made a couple of them all in less than a year. And so when you do these things, there is a process, there is some grief involved, and it's not linear. So it's not like it happens right after these things occur. Sometimes it can take time, it could take months, it could take even years where all of a sudden you recognize and you realize, that you're dealing with this particular brand of grief. Because grief comes for all kinds of things. Grief hits us when we least expect it sometimes. Sometimes you wonder if, when something happens that is catastrophic or traumatic, if you're going to grieve right then or if it's going to take time or, if you're just not going to feel anything because that happens too. But I'm here today to tell you that it's okay. It's okay. It is okay to grieve these things that you didn't even think you didn't even want, because that's what it felt like for me. It's like I'm grieving something I never wanted in the first fucking place, but I'm grieving it. And I just thought, wow, and and sometimes when I was thinking about it, it wasn't even the thing. It was, situations like I had few jobs that I really enjoyed, and I worked with some amazing people that some of them I'm still in touch with today, and it's been years, but I had I made some amazing connections. Because the thing about it is you don't leave, you usually don't leave a job because of a job. You leave because of the people and policies and things like that. You stay at a job for the people. Like if you get a team that you can work with, that works easily, that y'all can talk to each other, and everybody knows what you're talking about. You speak the same language, and those are teams that you can work with, and you can almost put up with anything with the job. Because some of the jobs I work with, they sucked ass, but the people that I work with made it so that I could continue to do those jobs. So, but anyway, I want to just really, really talk about this because I know that, a lot of people deal with it and not a lot of talk about it, because I've been looking actually and doing, my own research just to see, if people are really talking about this, and they're not talking about it, especially not on the level that I'm sharing with you. I'm telling you, you can grieve, you know, the loss of a job, a career. If you get ready to retire and you always worked, you're going to grieve that thing. You know what I mean? It's just human nature. And the thing about it is, it's okay. It's okay. It does not matter. It's okay. It's okay. You just have to tell yourself it's okay. Give yourself permission to grieve that thing, you know, and then start to move on. And I'm not telling you get over it. That's not, no, you will never hear that from me. Not saying anything like that. Just get over it. No, 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 no. I'm saying give yourself permission to grieve it and do what you need to do in order to fulfill yourself. If you need to, get a coloring book and color. If you need to do some inner child healing, I got some jack stones. Yeah, I got some jack stones, y'all. I'm gonna have to do a tutorial to remember how to use them. But I got them because it's something that, I thought about. I used to enjoy doing it as a kid. I was actually really, really good at that. So, that's something that I do, enchanting my inner child. I color and if you don't color with Crayola crayons, you don't color, you're not coloring. What are you doing? So I color and I have Crayola crayons. Let me show you. See, Crayola, original, probably full of poison. However, yeah, so just give yourself grace in that time, in that space, in that moment, give yourself grace, love on you extra special and good. I'm actually going to do a ritual to help with that. So be on the lookout. I'll post it here. It's also be on my YouTube channel. I have YouTube at Intuitive Tammy as well. So make sure that you're following me there, liking and sharing and subscribing. I got all my little neighbors, my deer and stuff are on there. I live in the country, y'all. So I have deer like right outside my window, right? Hold on. Let me see if I can show y'all. Because this is so neat to me. I just love it. Ooh, two big stags. And there was a baby out there too. I don't know where it went. But yeah, two big stags. I hadn't seen that. All right. Well, anyway, thank you so much for listening to me, and I appreciate you. Love it if you subscribe wherever you're watching it here on Substack. I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all. I feel so blessed, that I'm able to speak to some of these things that people don't get to hear about, and people are interested in and need to know, and are dealing with stuff. So continue to follow me because I'm gonna continue to share, my life as it goes, and I'm going to talk to you about all the things that I talk about because I'm a spiritual teacher. Also, my podcast, Straight Out of Savannah, is on here. I appreciate y'all for listening, for watching. I just appreciate y'all. And if you are a spiritual entrepreneur and you would like to share your story and come and talk about it on Straight Out of Savannah, reach out to me. Send me a message. All right. Have a great day. Bye now.